What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Jim Graphics. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to design this party flyer in CorelDraw. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and without any further ado, let's jump straight to the video. Over here, guys, these are all the images. I'm going to put the link for all this in the down description below, so you download and make use of it. So without any further ado, guys, let's jump straight to the tutorial. Welcome to CorelDraw, guys. So the first thing we're going to do is change our paper size, and the size we'll be making use of is 10 by 10 inches. All right, and the color mode we'll be making use of is RGB. And this tutorial will consist of CorelDraw and Photoshop. All right, so let's jump straight to it. The next thing we're going to do is locate our property bar and come over to your unit and make sure it's on inches. All right, your drawing unit should be on inches. All right, so the next thing you're going to do is come over to your page dimension and change to 10 by 10 and press enter on your keyboard, and this is what you're going to have. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to select our rectangle tool and double click on double click on your rectangle tool, and it's going to bring itself to this spot. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over to this node here and right click on it to remove the black stroke. This is a black stroke, guys. I always emphasize this on my teachings. All right, this is a black stroke, and to remove the black stroke, basically come over to this color thumbnail and click on it. And the next thing we're going to do is import our images. All right, so to do that, come over to file on your menu bar, select import. Shortcut is Ctrl+I. all right, so while it's loading, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Now the next thing you're going to do is locate where the file is saved. All right, so this is everything, and you can see here I have this written as test. This is where all the text and the font name is written for you guys. All right, so over here, guys, this is the mockup which we're going to make use of in this tutorial. So the next thing we're going to do is click on import and basically click and drag till you have the last image. All right, so now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to bring in this guy. All right, so this is actually a torn paper background. All right, so you can check that on Google and download it. Torn paper background, that is the name I use in getting this background. So but I'm going to put the link for this in the down description below or in the comment section for you guys to check it out. Note, if you're not subscribed to this channel, you're not going to understand anything I'm teaching. All right, please subscribe. So the next thing we're going to do is convert this to bitmap. Go to your menu bar and convert to bitmap. The reason why I want to convert to bitmap is because the next step I'm going to take on this object is I don't want it to lag or make it so heavy to process. All right, so that's the reason why I'm converting it to bitmap. So click on bitmap, convert to bitmap, and make sure your color mode is on RGB. all right, so the next thing you're going to do is make sure your resolution is at 300, then click on OK. Now come over to your bitmap and select select mode, then select black and white. And once you do that, wait for those to load, and you can make sure your conversion method is on line art over here. All right, so your threshold should be 119, that is 119 pixels. All right, then click on OK, and this is what you're going to have. So the next thing you're going to do is basically convert it to bitmap again to reduce the weight. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is go to your property bar, select trace bitmap, outlines trace, point to outlines traced, then go to line art and wait for it to load. All right, so now we'll wait for this to process, and you can see it's on 4 3 2 1, and boom, guys, this is your before and this is your after. As you can see, we have a transparent background over here. Now click on OK, and wait for this to load, and you can basically delete this one and bring in this guy over here, and this is what you are going to make use of. Don't forget I said this tutorial consists of Photoshop and CorelDraw, so we're taking it bit by bit. All right, so now I'm going to select this and come over to my rotation, angle rotation, and change this to 90 degree. And you can select your mirror tool over here and change this over here, and select this side mirror and change it this way. So right about that, you can scale this up this way. Right, I don't know why my system is lagging, but please bear with me. So guys, now what you're going to do is you can scale it up a bit, scale it up and bring it over here. Now scale it up again, bring it just right here. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to right click and select power clip. Then this arrow is going to ask you where do you want to power clip me into, because you can see this this object is going out of frame, so you just point to this and power clip it to make sure everything goes into the frame. Now right click and select edit power clip. If you're not okay with the arrangement, you can just scale it up just the way I am not okay with it. So now I'm okay with it. Basically click on finish, and this is what you are going to have. But basically let me bring this one down again, and all right, let's leave that to that. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out this background and basically bring it here, bring in this background, select everything, right click and select power clip, because I want to take everything to the frame. Now right click and select edit power clip. Now you can see these ones are not active, while these ones are active, because we are on this layer currently. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to select this, right click on it and select power clip again, then power clip it into this frame that we've created before. Now right click and select edit power clip to adjust your background. All right, now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to come over to this and select effect, select blur, then select Gaussian blur, and wait for this to load. Now right about that, you can basically increase this to this 11.3 pixels, then click on OK. Now you can leave that for now. If you're okay with it, click on finish. Now come over to this, bring this one over here, scale it up this way, scale it up, and you can use shift on your keyboard, hold shift and press key page down. You can see page down on your keyboard, just press it, and that is what you're going to have. Now drag this one up and click on finish. Now the next thing you're going to do is bring in this guy, scale it up this way, scale it up this way, and right click, select power clip, place it in here, and this is what you are going to have. So I'm going to just take this one up again, scale it up, take it up again, then scale up this guy again, and bring him this up this way, and leave that to that. I think we're good. Now click on finish, but before then, go into the frame again. Now you can basically okay, let's bitmap this, convert to bitmap. The reason why I want to convert to bitmap is because I don't want to make use of this shape as sharp as these lines. I don't want that. I want to come to my effects. Now select blur, select Gaussian blur. Now what you're going to do is make sure this one is just light. I just want to fade out this this edge. All right, I don't want to fade out the edge, as you can see. So you keep increasing till you get the perfect results you want. So I'm good with this. Then I click on OK. Now you can see it has faded it out, so we're good, and then click on finish. Then that is what you're going to have, guys. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to this and select this, open this notepad. All right, then I think there's a background I did not put for you guys, but I'm going to copy it from the final design which I had. That is the last thing we're going to do, but I'm going to put everything for you guys to check it out. All right, notes, guys. All right, before we go into it, let's continue. Now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to come over to this and bring in this logo. All right, then increase it, put it over here. All right, then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bitmap it, convert it to bitmap. Once because I want to change the color, guys, convert it to bitmap. Let's increase this so we can basically see. Convert it to bitmap. So once you convert it to bitmap, come over to your mode on bitmap, black and white, click on OK, come over to trace bitmap, outline trace line art, and wait for it to load. All right, so wait for it to load, guys, wait for it to load. 2-1 and boom, guys, now you can basically delete this one, and now you can change the color to anything of your choice, any color of your choice. As you can see, any color of your choice. So what I'm going to do is, let's leave it to black the way it was. I'm going to select this and pick a color from here. I'm going to pick a color from here and just paste it to it. Now I'm going to come over to my color thumbnail over here and give it this color. All right, because I don't want it to be that black because of the color of the background. Now this is the logo, and we're going to reduce this just as small as that and place it just right here. And this is what we are going to have, but I'm going to place it just right over there, and we're good with that, guys. So the next thing we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to bring in my rectangle to draw this way. All right, then I'm going to come over to my color thumbnail. Forget about that blue because we're not making use of it. I'm sorry, guys. Change the color model to RGB, then bring it to perfect black. Click on OK. Now you're going to select your transparency tool and fade out this edge. Make sure you don't have an outline, you don't have any line showing, because make sure you don't have any line. So right about that, I'm going to basically I told you guys that transparency is either used to reveal or hide. So I'm going to just reveal this down part a bit so that we can actually see part of this images and everything going on in the background just a little bit. So I'm going to take this one up a bit and leave that to that, and right click on it. As you can see, it's going out of frame. So right click on it and select power clip and place it into this frame. And this is what you're going to have. So the next thing we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to select my text. So like I said, these are the names of the fonts. So I'm going to select everything we have here. Come over to my text tool, Ctrl C to copy and Ctrl V to paste. Ctrl C to copy and Ctrl V to paste. So I'm going to give it a white color so we can see the text. All right. So right about that, I'm going to cut this karaoke. All right. So before then, I want to create a shape over here. So let's create this shape and see what we got. So right about that, let me show you how I create this shape. So the next thing we're going to do is let me come over to page 2 and create the shape. We're going to bring it back, guys. I just want to show you guys how the shape was created in a big way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this way. Let me give it just an outline so we can see. Now select this way. Select your shape tool, rotate this way. Once you rotate it, click on it again. Then you can use flip it this way to 315-inch angle rotation. Now what you're going to do is all right, you're going to select this your rectangle tool again, draw this way, then draw another one here. All right, the reason why I'm showing you guys this is because it's not that we cannot just we cannot just download this shape, but I want to show you guys how I created this. Now because I saw this on Facebook and I think I love it. I saw it on Facebook, somebody used it and I loved it. So somebody was asking on the comment section below, and how did he create it, how did he come up with the 3D over 10. So I want to show you guys how I made it. All right, so now right click on this and select convert to curve. Shortcut is Ctrl+Q. Now go to your shape tool, highlight this. Okay, this is actually highlighted properly. Then make sure this is inside this way, and this one is properly aligned. All right, make sure this is aligned properly. Now this one, make sure it is aligned here properly. Now select this one and basically change it to, okay, now you're not supposed to, don't convert it to bitmap yet. Don't convert to bitmap. All right, don't convert to bitmap yet. What you're going to do is just select your shape tool and draw this way so that you have a perfect lining over here. All right, you have a perfect lining over here because we're going to do something that we, you know, something like this, and drag this one also, something like this. Make sure the lines are together. So once you're going to do is, once you finish, just highlight everything and click on weld, and this is the shape you're going to have. So keep this shape separately and select another one, drag this one over here, and once you're done with that, select your shape tool, give it a round corner shape, then select it again, 1 and 2, then drag this one this way, and once you do that, this is what you're going to have. So you're going to basically give this one black, give it a black color, make sure you remove the stroke, and this is what you are going to have, guys. So now I'm going to export this by using Ctrl+E on my keyboard or Command E, or basically come over to File, select Export. All right, so once I'm going to do is I'm going to select desktop and make sure your save as type is on PNG. Then you can make this as 1. So once you do that, wait for this to load. All right, wait for this to load. Now it's exporting as PNG file. So that is what you're going to have. So click on OK. Now export the second one, which is this. All right, now export as 2. Okay, I have 2 already, so I'm going to make it 2. So you know, we designers, we save things, so we save things anyhow. So click on OK. Now we're going to delete this page because we are done with it. Yes, we are done with it. Delete and come back to what we have here. So remember I told you guys over here we have a 3D effect. So if you come over, if you open it and double click on this, all right, this will take you direct to Photoshop. If you have Photoshop, you need to have Photoshop on your system before you can engage this task. All right, so once you do that, just wait for this to process. It's free, guys. It's free to use. It's free. So once you do that, just basically come over to, all right, come over to Photoshop, and you can see on your right hand side down here where I am waving here, you can see where we have edition. Now you can see we have presentation. So remove the presentation, which is this text effect. All right, now come over to this text, your text here, double click. So double click on this one. You know, I'm not a Photoshop user, so I don't know the use of all this here. So wait for this to load, guys. While we're waiting for it to load, please subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel, guys. We're waiting for this to load. All right, so I don't know why it's taking time. Maybe because I'm recording. So guys, wait for it to load. And this is it, guys. So now what you're going to do is, you can see, uncheck this, uncheck this. All right, so uncheck both of this. Sorry guys, my system is lagging. So once you do that, come over to your desktop. Remember we exported these two, so drag the first one into Photoshop. Drag the first one into Photoshop. Now keep this one here, drag it over here. Now once you do that, you can scale it up this way if you wish. Now check this. Now close this and select yes, and wait for the magic. All right. So wait for it to load again. So I believe after watching this video you will stop charging low for your designs. All right, so this is what we're gonna have. So come over this down here, you will see background. So uncheck this to remove this black stuff here, and this is basically what you're gonna have. So I think the next thing we're going to do is save this as PNG. Go to file, select export, select export as. So we're waiting for this to load. Please don't forget to share this video, comment, let me know what you think in the comment section below about this particular design, if we nailed it or we didn't nail it. All right, so I don't know why this is taking so long. So guys, what you're going to do is make sure this is on PNG, then click on export. All right, so once it's done, select where you want it to save. You can basically save it on desktop, and that is it guys, that is it. So the next thing we're going to do guys is basically bring in the second one while we wait for this to load. Now go back to this and double click it again, then remove this one, then bring in the second one which we have over here. All right, just drag it over here and scale it up this way, just the same thing we did. All right, so what you're going to do is wait for this, and this is what you're going to have. So come over to this and select can basically, all right, let's remove the shadow of this. So we're going to put our own shadow, so let's remove this shadow. All right, then come over to this and save it as, export it as PNG, select where you want to export it as, and click on OK and select folder and leave that to that. So this is basically how we created this. Now come over to your desktop where you saved it guys, where you saved it. So select this to drag it into Photoshop, sorry, into CorelDraw, and this is it guys. So right about that, what I'm going to do is, first of all, before I do anything, I convert it to bitmap so it will not have any effect. So now I'm going to just drag this using my shape tool, reduce all this parts that is not necessary. All right, so bring in this one, after convert it to bitmap, bring in this guy, bring in this guy this way, bring in this guy, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Now you're going to scale this one down, scale this one down. Now right about that, we're going to bring in this guy, scale it up this way. So once we scale it up this way, I'm going to bring in this one over here. So once I bring it over here, next thing I'm going to do is I want to bring in this, scale this guy up, then we're going to bring another one. But for that reason, I want to just leave this one just this way, and next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a shadow over here. All right, So once I apply the shadow this way, I'm going to change this feathering to 10 and use Ctrl plus K to break the shadow apart. Then bring this one here, bring the shadow, drag it down here. All right. So once you drag the shadow over here, convert the shadow to bitmap. But before you convert it to bitmap, make sure the shadow is on 100% black. Then convert it to bitmap. All right. Now select your transparency tool, fade out this, just leaving this part this way. Now select these boats and drag this one down here. And this is basically what you are going to have. But I'm going to select everything here. Take this one up this way, take it up this way, and drag this one, bring it down here, or let's bring it up a bit. Now once you do that, select this, all right, then click on it again, then drag this one up just right about that this way, and that is what you are going to have. So now the next thing you're going to do is let me do this way, and let's drag this, drag it again, and that is what you're going to have, guys. So I'm going to apply a shadow to this one, all right, apply a shadow to it, then break it apart using Ctrl plus K, then select 100% black, then drag the shadow over here, drag it just this way. All right, so this is what you are going to have. Convert the shadow to bitmap, then you can basically fade out this so that it will not affect this edge. So remember we cut out this, all right, remember we cut it out. So the next thing you're going to do is basically break it apart using Ctrl plus K. But before you do that, select the font and change the font. The font name is Fontin, and you can select the name. If you don't have it, just go and download it. All right. So this is the font we'll be making use of. All right. So go to your fonts, and this one is the name of the font we'll be making use of. All right. So now come over to this, and you can come over to this and select this. All right, so once you do that, you can break it apart, then highlight everything, use Shift F3 to change it to uppercase, and break it apart, then bring one over here. All right, so once you do that, you can basically select your shape tool, reduce the spacing just a little bit. All right, then once you do that, you can just drag this one up this way. All right, then bring this one down a bit, select it again, and drag this way so that it will have the same shape as this. All right, so that's what you're going to have, guys. So let me just try editing this one, and we can basically delete this. So let me just bring this one here, and next thing I'm going to do is I just need to make sure they have same font. All right, same font size. Now I'm going to apply a shadow to this by dragging this over here. So once I apply a shadow this way, right, so we're going to apply this shadow this way. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to break the shadow apart. Then once I break it apart, I'm going to bring it down here, bring it down, give it perfect black. All right, so we're going to have a good contrast over there. Then apply another shadow to this one. All right, then break it apart, then drag it down here and give it perfect black. Now you can just bring this here so we have a good contrast and it's kind of what readable. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this guy. All right, so I'm going to bring in this guy, place it over here, scale it up this way, and bring it just down here. And this is what you are going to have. So next thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to bring in this background. I'm going to bring in this guy, scale it up this way. All right, then I'm going to just select my shape tool, drag this one up here. Then I'm going to scale this guy this way. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my transparency tool, fade out this edge this way, and convert this to bitmap. Convert to bitmap. So once you convert to bitmap, fade out this edge, convert to bitmap again, fade out this edge, then convert it to bitmap again. Then you can fade out this edge. Now come over to your mesh mode and change it to screen. All right, once you change it to screen, this is what you are going to have, guys. So I'm going to just bring this one here, scale it up this way, and bring it just over here. All right, so this is what we are going to have. So I'm going to just drag this one up this way and leave that to that. So the next thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to copy this, bring it over here. Every Saturday, break it apart using Ctrl+K. Bring this one here, 8 p.m. Put it just right here. Then you can change the font of this to Monika. All right, Monika is the font name. Monika is the font name. All right, so I'm going to just scale this one up, place it just right here, then give it this color, light yellow. Then make sure you remove the stroke, or you can give it this light yellow, this one, and that is what you're going to have, guys. So I'm going to copy this, paste it just right here, bring this one over here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce this spacing. All right, then break it apart using Ctrl+K. Then what I'm going to do to this one, I'm going to break it apart also. Then I'm going to change the font of this one to the same font which we have up there. I'm going to change the font to this. Then this one I'm going to use auto biography. Let me put the font for you guys. Let me put it here and save it. Now that's the font we're making use of. So I'm going to drag this one here, then give it this light color, place it just right here, reduce it, and scale this up. Then I'm going to bring in my rectangle tool, draw a box this way, give it this color, then convert it to bitmap. Convert it to curve by using Ctrl+Q. Then drag this using your node. Then drag this one, bring this one here, and that is what you are going to have, guys. So we're going to just drag this one over here and leave that to that. So the next thing I'm going to do is right here is I'm going to bring in this guy, put a line over here. All right, I'm going to change it to white. So once I do that, I'm going to make use of dotted line. So I'm going to come over to this, or use F12 on your keyboard to bring out the pen outline pen dialog box. Then come over to the style, select. You can use the dotted line, then drag. You can take this one up. Take this one up, select this, then bring another one here. All right, so then bring 8 p.m. over here, change the font to this. 8 p.m. is the time here. Then we'll have this. Then I think we'll have the DJ. Then I think we'll have the address. So over here, all these fonts will be changed to this. Fonts changed to this Fontin. Then I'm going to just increase this spacing because we have a lot to go into this space. So I'm going to change this to uppercase. Then I'm going to bring in this one, bring this one this way, then use my shape to reduce the spacing. Then reduce this spacing this way. And bring in this way. Then for DJ, break it apart this way. Break it apart using Ctrl+K. Scale the DJ this way. Alright. And reduce this. Now this is what you're going to have. So for the address, we have 8 Solar Road, Kate, Lagos. I'm going to scale this down, bring it in here. And I'm going to bring in this guy. Bring in this guy. And make sure everything is aligned properly. Select this and align it over here. So right about that, this is what you are going to have. Make sure it's aligned properly. Now the next thing you're going to do is bring in this. So you can actually make use of icons. I've taught you guys how to make use of icons. So I'm going to just, all right, let me just delete this, guys. Let me delete this, guys. I don't want to make use of them. So I'm going to change the font of this to this. All right. So basically, I'm going to give spacing here, give spacing here, give spacing here, give spacing here. You can actually make use of those icons, guys. The icons I put out over there. You can make use of them if you wish. If you don't wish, you can leave that just the way it is. Alright, so for inquiry, you can basically change the fonts to this. Alright, so reduce this one over here. Like I said, you can make use of these icons for inquiry, guys. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in this guy down just right over here. Now what I'm going to do is change this one to uppercase. Reduce it this way. Reduce it that way and drag this one down. So for the icon for the Instagram, you can basically convert it to bitmap. Then select mode black and white. As you can see, it has a cutout, so increase the threshold so it will increase this way. All right. So my system is a bit hanging, so just wait a little bit. All right. My system is hanging. I pray my CorelDraw doesn't close. All right. So just click on OK. Now convert it to bitmap. Now select trace bitmap, outline trace, line art, and wait for it to load, guys. Wait for it to load. 2, 1, and boom, guys. This is it. So click on OK, and you can delete the one you're not making use of. Delete this, delete this, delete this. Give it a white color. Reduce it. Bring one over here. Do the same to this nigger. Do the same to this guy. Alright? If you don't understand, please drop me a comment in the comment section below. If you understand, please give me a thumbs up. Share this video. Please support me. This is the only thing you can do for me, guys. Now, delete this and delete this guy. Now give it a white color. Bring it this here and make sure they are all equal. Make sure they are all equal, just right about that. And this is what you are going to have, guys. As for this guy, I'm gonna just drag this select everything you have here, right click and select power clip, place it into the frame. Now bring in this guy, cut it, go into the frame, all right, and put one over here. Make sure it is behind this way, then convert it to screen using your transparency tool, then drag another one over here. All right, so this is basically what we're going to have for now. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this guy, bring him over here, place it just right about that. Some of you might have seen this background on some designs, but you're going to just drag this down using your transparency tool, convert it to screen. Now reduce it. Don't put it to show that much, just reduce it this way. Maybe and change that to maybe 76, and that is it, guys. So there's the background which I'm supposed to bring out for you guys. So this is the background. All right, so this is actually the background. So I'm going to just copy and paste for you guys. So I downloaded this background and I place it just right here, cut it. All right, so go into the frame, then select transparency tool, change it to screen. All right, so this is basically how we designed this party flyer in CorelDraw. So I think I'm missing something, which is this. Put the cycle over here, give it this, and change this to 18 plus, then give it a white color, then make sure this is actually over here, reduce that, and that is how we design this party flyer in CorelDraw. If you have any question, guys, please don't forget, drop me a comment in the comment section below, and don't forget to share this video, and see you guys in my next video.